In a world full of digital connections, sometimes you find a spark that feels incredibly real, even if it's through a screen. This is a story about two people, an Arab girl and an Arab boy, both navigating life in Europe, far from their roots but close to their dreams. Their story began not in a bustling cafe or a scenic park, but in the quiet glow of their phone screens. They met online, two souls adrift on a new continent, finding a sense of home in each other. It all started with a simple message, a shared joke, common interests. Soon, those messages turned into late-night phone calls that stretched for hours. They talked about everything and nothing. They shared their dreams of the future and their memories of the past. He told her about his day, the challenges at work, the funny things he saw on his commute. She described the new recipe she was trying, the book she was reading, the way the seasons changed outside her window. Europe was their backdrop, but their conversations created a world of their own. For them, the distance between their cities in Europe didn't seem to matter. Every phone call felt like they were in the same room. They would fall asleep on the phone, the sound of each other's breathing a comforting lullaby. Then came the video calls. Seeing each other for the first time was nerve-wracking and magical. His warm smile, her sparkling eyes, it was as if they had known each other forever. They'd have virtual dates, ordering the same type of food and watching the same movie, pressing play at the exact same moment. They show each other their favorite spots in their respective cities, a virtual tour guided by love. You will learn the little things about her, like how she scrunches her nose when she laughs, or the way she bites her lips when she's less concentrated. She learned the sound of his laugh, the way his eyes lit up when he talked about his passions. They were building a relationship brick by brick, with every text, every call, every pixelated smile. Their connection was a beautiful blend of modern technology and old-soul romance. They felt they were creating their own little world, a safe harbor where they could be their most authentic selves. They spoke in a mix of Arabic and English, a language that was uniquely theirs, filled with inside jokes and shared memories. Their friends and families would hear about this person on the other end of the line. When are you finally going to meet? Everyone was asked. They started planning. The excitement was almost unbearable. They look up train schedules, search for the perfect meeting spot, and imagine what it would be like to finally hold hands, to feel a real hug instead of a virtual one. The anticipation was a sweet ache, a promise of something wonderful just around the corner. They talked about the future as if it were a certainty, the path they would walk together. Their bond felt unbreakable. They had weathered bad days, celebrated small victories, and provided each other with unwavering support, all through a screen. They were each other's biggest cheerleaders. When he had a tough exam, she'd stay up with him on a video call, quietly working alongside him. When she felt homesick, he'd find a way to make her laugh, telling stories and promising to one day visit her hometown with her. It was a love story for the digital age, proving that emotional intimacy doesn't require physical proximity. But life, as it often does, had other plans. It's strange how something that feels so strong can be so fragile. The details are blurry, like a forgotten dream. Was it a misunderstanding that snowballed? Was it the pressure of the real world seeping into their digital bubble? Or was it simply that the distance, which once seemed so small, suddenly became an impassable chasm? One day, the constant stream of messages slowed to a trickle. The hours-long phone calls became short, strained conversations. The good morning text stopped appearing. The silence was deafening. It was a strange kind of heartbreak, grieving someone who was both so close and so far away. How do you mourn a relationship that largely existed in the digital realm? The phone, which was once a source of so much joy, now became a painful reminder of what was lost. Every notification brought a flicker of hope, quickly extinguished. The playlist they made for each other went unpraised. The photos they exchanged were hidden away in a digital folder. There was no big fight, no dramatic farewell. It was more like a slow fade, a light that gradually dimmed until it was gone completely. The connection just stopped. One of them might have tried to reach out, a final attempt to understand what went wrong, but the reply Sometimes, stories don't have a happy ending, or even a clear ending at all. They just stop. And maybe that's the hardest part, the lack of closure. You're left with a collection of digital memories and a lingering question of what if. What if they had met sooner? What if the timing had been different? What if one of them had fought a little harder? The what ifs can haunt you. This story is a reminder that connections, no matter how they are formed, are precious and can be incredibly powerful. It's also a reminder that heartbreak can come in many forms, and the end of a digital relationship is just as valid and just as painful as any other. The empty space left behind is real. For anyone who has experienced a connection like this, one that burned so brightly and then suddenly went out, know that your feelings are valid. It's okay to grieve the future you imagined and the person you shared it with. It's a unique kind of loss in our modern world, and it's important to be gentle with yourself as you heal. The digital world can bring us together in beautiful ways, but it can also leave us feeling profoundly alone when those connections are severed. Their story may have ended, but the memories, the laughter, and the love they shared through screens and speakers were real. And in the end, perhaps the lesson is not about the ending, but about the beauty of having connected at all, of finding a kindred spirit across the miles, even if only for a short time. Thank you for listening. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories about the human experience. In a world full of digital connections, sometimes you find a spark that feels incredibly real, even if it's through a screen. This is a story about two people in Arab world and Arab world, both navigating life in Europe, far from their roots, close to their dreams. Their story began not in a bustling cafe or a scenic park, but in the quiet glow of their phone screens. They met online, two souls adrift in a new continent, finding a sense of home in each other. It all started with a simple message, a shared joke, a common interest. Soon, those messages turned into late-night phone calls that stretched for hours. They talked about everything and nothing. They shared their dreams of the future and their memories of the past. He'd tell her about his day, the challenges at work, the funny things he saw